The crisp autumn air held its breath as Prince Harry's plane touched down on British soil. This visit felt different, charged with anticipation and the hope of reconciliation. The world watched, searching for signs of a bridge being built back to his father, King Charles. Every step Harry took was under the microscope, his story told in silent cues and body language. His return was more than a trip. It was a test of family bonds and forgiveness. As a body language expert, I've watched Prince Harry for years. His non-verbal cues often reveal more than words. Before seeing King Charles, Harry displayed classic signs of inner anxiety. This wasn't stage fright, it was the turmoil of facing an emotionally charged, unpredictable reunion. His body told a story of internal conflict, small, self-comforting actions known as pacifying rituals. Harry repeatedly touched his own body, subconsciously reassuring himself, "You will get through this." The tension was visible in his jaw and posture, signs of a man steeling himself for a difficult encounter. We see this behavior before job interviews or tough conversations, the body preparing for fight or flight. Harry's anxiety stemmed from the emotional weight of the reunion, not just a king and prince, but a father and son with a history of pain. The stakes were high and his smile didn't always reach his eyes. His movements were controlled, almost guarded, a man replaying scenarios in his head. The world saw a prince on duty, but his body language told a more vulnerable story. It spoke of a son who deeply desired a positive connection with his father, and he was profoundly anxious about the meeting ahead. Let's look at the specific actions Harry displayed before seeing his father. They reveal a very human side. He often touched his stomach, a self-reassurance signal, trying to quell the butterflies within. It's a protective gesture, almost like a self-hug, designed to bring calm. He also touched his chest near his heart, a non-verbal way of saying this matters deeply. For Harry, this meeting was a matter of the heart, not just formality. He adjusted his belt and waistband, displacement activities to release nervous energy. Fiddling with clothing is a way to distract from overwhelming anticipation. These three gestures, stomach, chest, belt, formed his pre-meeting rituals. They weren't for the cameras, they were for him. Outward signs of a man wrestling with vulnerability, not the confident Harry we sometimes see, but a son nervous about seeing his father. His body was honestly communicating that simple human truth. Anyone watching closely could see the silent, powerful language of anxiety. Then the meeting happened, and the change in Harry was striking. The anxious, self-touching rituals disappeared. His hands relaxed, gestures open, his posture transformed. He stood taller, chest expanded, the posture of relief. The tension in his jaw was gone, replaced by a genuine, relaxed smile. His eyes, once preoccupied, were now engaged and present. He made better eye contact, no longer trapped in anxious thoughts. This visible relief suggested the meeting went better than he'd feared. We don't need the words to understand the emotional outcome. His body language shouted, "It's okay." The conversation may not have solved everything, but it provided closure or a positive step forward. The relief was about more than the meeting being over. It was about the nature of the meeting itself. It appeared cathartic, allowing him to release the tension he'd carried. This transformation reminds us how deeply family dynamics affect us all. The shift in his non-verbal signals was profound, a son lighter, more confident, and with renewed hope. Sometimes the body tells the story better than words ever could. Harry's visit wasn't just about family, it was about service. His journey to Ukraine with the Invictus Games Foundation was a powerful testament to his commitment. In a country at war, he met soldiers and families, offering not just presence but understanding. Having served himself, Harry connects with veterans in a way few can. His work with Invictus is his passion, where he seems most himself. In Ukraine, he was a fellow soldier, not just a prince. He listened to stories of resilience, saw the impact of war and championed recovery. His commitment to the armed forces community is unwavering regardless of royal status. He also visited the Centre for Blast Injury Studies, deeply invested in research that helps service members. These engagements show a side of Harry often lost in headlines, a man dedicated to a cause greater than himself. His work is about tangible impact, not ceremony. This purpose grounds him, giving him identity outside the royal fold. It's a powerful contrast to the personal anxieties surrounding his family. Beyond the royal drama, Harry's trip was a chance to reconnect with his roots. He spent time with old friends, people who knew him before the spotlight. These moments, away from public view, are vital for comfort and normalcy. With friends, he could just be Harry, laughing, sharing stories, remembering bonds that endure. His meetings with veterans were filled with warmth and camaraderie, a shared understanding that needs no words. For veterans, meeting Harry is a morale boost. For him, it's a way to stay connected to a community that shaped him. A poignant part of his visit was his work with the Diana Award, honouring young changemakers in his mother's memory. By championing this cause, Harry keeps Diana's legacy alive, celebrating compassion and service. His involvement is a personal tribute, connecting with her spirit and passing on her values. These activities, friends, veterans, honouring his mother, are the threads tying him to Britain. While his relationship with the monarchy is complex, his connection to people and causes remains strong. This trip showed that a part of his heart will always reside in the UK. Friendship, duty, and a mother's love endure no matter where he lives. While the meeting with King Charles offered hope, the silence around Prince William was deafening. No public meeting, no shared event, no sign of reconciliation between the brothers. For years, William and Harry were inseparable, united by grief and royal duty. Their bond seemed unbreakable, making the current distance all the more painful. The reasons for their rift are complex. Two brothers on very different paths. William's is one of duty and destiny, Harry's of personal freedom and purpose. These diverging journeys have created a chasm. Friends express sadness, noting both brothers continue Diana's legacy in their own ways. The lack of contact suggests wounds are still raw. True reconciliation needs time and willingness from both sides. Unlike the father-son dynamic, brothers are equals, making pride and hurt harder to overcome. The world hopes for reunion, but this is a private grief that cannot be rushed. The visible distance fractures the image of royal unity. For now, William and Harry remain two brothers standing on opposite shores. What does this visit mean for Harry and the crown? The gap between brothers remains, but a meeting with King Charles offered hope. A door once closed is now slightly ajar. This could be the start of a new modern relationship. The visit ended not with resolution, but with a quiet glimmer of hope for the future.